Are you looking for games that will keep you hooked for hundreds of hours? Whether you're a casual gamer or a hardcore enthusiast, here are 5 epic titles that will keep you coming back for more. Now, gaming is about so much more than just getting a platinum. And as a trophy hunter, I have been hesitant to start games that I may not be able to complete. But here are some that are so good, I decided to sacrifice completion percentages for pure enjoyment. Now you may be curious, what criteria am I using to pick these games? Well, it's a good thing you asked, because I'm going to tell you. 1, they have to be more or less open-ended. Obviously, everything has an ending, but these games have to have a sandbox element that allows for essentially unlimited play. Or they're so fast that getting the 100% could take hundreds of hours. 2, they have to be offline. I feel like an MMO is cheating. They're specifically designed from the ground up to be thousands of hours long. So it kind of goes without saying that they're going to be worth playing. 3, they have to be available on PlayStation. While some of these I have played on other platforms, since this is primarily a PlayStation-focused channel, they have to be available on my main console. 4, they have to be enjoyable. This should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it. And obviously what's enjoyable is subjective, but I'm not gonna recommend something that I wouldn't want to play, even if it meets all the other criteria. And then finally, they have to be lesser known titles. It would be way too easy to toss out Red Dead Redemption 2, The Sims 4, Cities Skyline, and even my beloved Planet Zoo. Even though all of those are great and they meet all the criteria above, they're just too well known, and I feel like it's not worth your time to discuss games that almost everyone in the gaming space already knows about. So, without further delay, here are 5 games you could easily sink hundreds of hours into and happily come back for more. Number 1, Disgaea 1 Complete. Published by Nippon Ichi Software and released October the 9th, 2018 in North America, Disgaea 1 Complete is a remaster of Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness. And it's everything folks who enjoy tactical JRPG goodness have come to expect from the genre. While PSN Profiles says this is a 5 out of 10 for difficulty and can be completed in 2 playthroughs with only 80 hours spent, realistically, just to rush to the platinum, you're looking at 120 hours according to howlongtobeat.com. And again, that's just if you're rushing. There's an almost infinite number of things to do within the game that can stretch gameplay out by easily 5 times that or more. I personally know folks with well north of 500 hours in this game who are still loving it and looking forward to more. My brother put in over 1,000 hours before grabbing the platinum, but he did it without a guide and on his own terms, which is awesome. Number 2, Farm Sim 22. Published by Giant Software and released November 22nd, 2021 worldwide, Farm Sim 22 continues Farm Sim tradition of bringing dirt under the fingernails feeling of accomplishment to folks who would not otherwise be able to experience it. It's a perfect blend of simulation, but arcade enough that you don't need a commercial driver's license to operate the heavy machinery. While PSN Profile says the game is a 1 out of 10 for difficulty, requiring 1 playthrough and only 50 hours, they also say right at the beginning that this is based off of using an infinite money modification. How Long to Beat says that it'll take 306 hours to complete, and that's if you're not playing around or making up scenarios along the way. Check out Daggerwin's YouTube channel for ideas on how to make this game last forever. Players take the role of a modern farmer and creatively build their farm with a diverse variety of farming operations focusing on agriculture, animal husbandry, and forestry. And this game has real-life machines like you wouldn't believe. Seriously, if you've seen it in the real world, it's here. When you add the incredible mod community into the mix, you've got an almost infinite number of maps, equipment, scenarios, and assistances or hindrances to make things even more or less realistic. For instance, one mod I saw but never had the courage to try forces you to latch and unlatch all of your hoses and cables between the tractor and whatever implement you're pulling. Another adds totally realistic physics to the ground. So if you drive a piece of heavy machinery into the mud, it just won't slow you down. You'll need to go find a new way to tow it out. Number 3, Transport Fever 2. Published by Good Shepherd Entertainment and released to consoles on March 9, 2003, Transport Fever 2 continues to focus on the evolution of transportation during the last 17 decades. So 1850 to present. So far, PSN Profiles does not have a guide. But to be fair, no other widely accepted website does either. How Long to Beat says it'll take 110 hours to complete. Respectfully, I think that's rushing things, as I'm well over 70 hours and not anywhere close to that shiny platinum yet. In short, this game is so big that even 2 years after it launched, not enough folks have completed it to have a good guide on the journey, and that's kind of exciting, honestly. The thrill of taking a literal horse and carriage and expanding your transportation empire over generations as you shape and develop the world around you is a thrill you just don't see too often in gaming. You can play slow and methodical, taking over every aspect of shipping routes and controlling all transportation, or fast and loose, focusing on the big money makers and letting other people figure out the rest. I have found myself personally just chilling and watching my fleet running cargo from point A to point B, and felt a sense of pride in seeing the results of dozens of hours of building on a particular map end with a rewarding trophy pop. Number 4, Evil Genius 2: World Domination. Published by Rebellion Developments and released March 30th, 2021 in North America, Evil Geniuses 2 is a modern masterpiece of a real-time strategy game, flawlessly combining comedy with strategy in an art style that both Dr. No and Dr. Evil would be proud of. It's a satirical spy-fi, get it? Spy-fi? Layer builder, where players take control of an evil genius and set about their plans for world domination. Once again, PSN Profiles doesn't have an official strategy guide yet, but there are a few on Steam. How Long to Beat is really expecting a lot out of players, claiming it will only take 51 hours, which I call bull on, respectfully. A single game can take that amount of time or more, and you've got multiple evil geniuses to play as. If you enjoy a comedic overtone to your plans for world domination, this is your game. The game is also responsible for about half of my current rarest trophies. And none of them are particularly hard, they're just very specific, like bouncing an intruder around like a pinball after you freeze them, only for them to land in a shark tank. They're easy enough to set up, you just have to know what you need to do ahead of time and make it happen. Number 5, theHunter: Call of the Wild. Published by Avalanche Studios Group and released February 16, 2017 worldwide, theHunter: Call of the Wild is a crushingly realistic hunting simulation with over a dozen DLC packs to expand your arsenal, hunting locations, and even give you a doggy to hunt alongside you. Again, realism is key. So, in addition to moving silently, reading game trails, and keeping an eye on where your scent is blowing, you've also got to pay attention to bullet drop, weapon caliber, and ammo type, plus many more things. With a 5 out of 10 difficulty, requiring one massive playthrough, and 120 hours to platinum per PSN Profiles, this game will keep you busy. How Long to Beat gives you a little more breathing room at 162 hours, but even then, that's really pushing it. And that time is only factoring the 2 preserves the game launched with, not the 14 others currently available. My personal rarest trophy is from this game, as are most of the rest of them that aren't from Evil Geniuses 2. They're not hard, they're just so time consuming, just like everything else about this wonderful game. It's the perfect lazy afternoon, headphones on, cell phone off kind of an experience. Hey, as always, I thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please drop a like on this video. It really helps the algorithm know I'm someone to promote. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. I appreciate all of you, and until next time, go you.